Blaring music has become a key part at live AFL games. The few that I've been to play it constantly before the games start and are using some specific anthems as hype songs for when their teams come out to play. It's a far cry from yesteryear when the crowd's applause, followed by the club song, was really the only sound generated. Slowly but surely, music is giving teams an advantage, but is it possible we are going a bit far with a live entertainment? At the end of the day, it's a football game, not a musical. Or is it? Brisbane has a whole lot to do with this. I'm not sure if any club started to play specific songs after goals were kicked before the Lions, but it has been made famous at the Gabba. I can't exactly find what specific season it started, but it goes at least as far back as the 2020 COVID season. It seems pretty insignificant and just a part of the live entertainment between a goal and the recommencement of play, but the Lions have used it to their advantage. Charlie Cameron and his song of choice, Take Me Home Country Roads, has at times been a huge kickstarter for the team. A great example was in the qualifying final last season, where Brisbane hosted Port Adelaide. With about 14 minutes left in the third quarter, Cameron and his song broke the game apart.
He adds one in his 200th. Just when John Denver's royalty payments look like going down, Charlie pops up. And another clearance for Brisbane. McCarthy trying to get busy. Here's Charlie again. Cue that song back up.
The crowd hadn't even finished chanting from the first goal when the second one went through. Throw in Let It Go from Frozen after a Joe Danaher goal, and Sweet Caroline for Cam Rayner's majors, and it's a clear strategy to help gain some momentum but disguised as a bit of fun. I'm not sure how many clubs are doing this, but for sure North Melbourne and the Adelaide Crows have joined in. I won't be surprised if in a few years' time a majority of the AFL clubs let their players choose what songs they play after they kick a goal. However, I'm not so sure we will see AFL players making their own music anytime soon. You'd think there's no way clubs would allow them to, but maybe it's because there was no one like Warwick Capper left in the game. In 1985, he released his first pop song, I Only Take What's Mine. Now at this stage in his career, Capper hadn't even played 40 AFL games and was still a season away from actually breaking out as a star on the field, kicking 92 goals in 1986. But in Sydney, he was the first marquee player, so why not venture into pop? First of all, I'm not even sure it's actually him performing the song. The music video is a collage of him living a grand lifestyle, mixed in with a few tapes of him flying high on the football field. Some of the lyrics include, I know I'm gonna make it, and it's all so easy, it ain't fair. I think you can put together that it isn't the deepest song ever made, but it was clearly created for the charts. I can't find any stats on how it went, but according to The Wiz, it did very well.
The boy to sell the market to Sydney, and I was it. They took a poll at the schools and they said, yeah, we like Warwick Capper, he's got a nice look. So I bought a song out and had number 2 song called Only Take What's Mine.
Number 2 on what chart, Warwick?
Top 100, comes out every year. Good song. Only Take What's Mine. I only take what's mine. And then Captain Cucumber came out. That was the next song too.
How'd that go?
I won't sing that. It's embarrassing. His name was Warwick.
I like that one.
For Sydney.
Capacabana.
Yeah, that was the next one.
I guess we'll take his word for it. But he mentioned another song there. Capacabana, a blatant rip-off of Barry Manilow's Copacabana. Now I think because of copyright issues, there is literally nowhere to find Kappa's version of the song, but through scouting the internet and old forum pages, I did come up with some lyrics. These include, he has an IQ of 3, but can leap like a flea. His shorts were so small when he played football, and headshots wrapped around the cabana. In an old interview in about 2009, Capper spoke about how the song was going. Quote, but his latest claim to fame is a song he released last year called Capacabana, a cover of Barry Manilow's Copacabana. Kappa reckons he is going to the top of the pops. We've already sold 25,000 copies. There are requests galore on the radio, and it's gone gold in Kuwait, he said. By the way, this is only about 10% of everything the Wiz has done in his career. But believe it or not, he wasn't the first AFL pop star. If you skip to the 2-minute and 3-second mark of the I Only Take What's Mine music video, you see Kappa throwing a dart at a board, but someone's face is papered on the bullseye. It's the one and only Mark Jackson, one of the craziest players in AFL history. A few months before Kappa's I Only Take What's Mine was Mark Jackson's song I'm an Individual, a fitting title to describe Jackson on and off the field. The music video has Jackson himself as the main focus, wearing a tank top and punching the air violently, belting out his shouty rap lyrics. He's joined by other people, clearly dressing up at the time in clothing not commonly seen. It's wild and perfectly mirrors Jackson's on-field persona, a big crazy full forward. Some of the highlight lyrics include, "My crystal clear complexion is as snow white as a sheet, 'cause some say I'm a genius, to others I'm a loon." Then there's of a basic sense of rhythm and a chronic sense of rhyme. "I make my own tomato juice and drink it all the time." That's a bit questionable. And finally, "People say the life I lead's enough to stunt my growth. They ask me if I'm happy and I tell them up your nose." Well, it charted as high as 15th nationally on the Australian popular music charts, and specifically in Victoria, reached number 2. He released 2 more songs called Me Brain Hurts and You Can Do This between 1985 and 1991, but neither could reach the popularity of I'm an Individual. I highly doubt in today's age any players will be delving into pop music anytime soon. The current trends in marketing seem to be with alcohol or energy drinks and car sponsorships. But it would be funny to see a player venture out and at least try, although no one comes to mind as being equally as crazy as Jackson or Kappa. Music has always been a part of the game, most notably with the club's theme songs and other parody pieces here and there, but no doubt clubs are trying to use it to gain any possible advantage on the field.